Welcome to the Trump Tyranny Tracker for Monday, September the 8th. It's day 231 of the Trump administration, and we're looking at authoritarian creep in this Trump regime, which shows no sign of abating. It's quite incredible how much is going on every single day. And Olga Lautman is the person who tracks all of this at the Trump Tyranny Tracker. Please subscribe to her Substack, and you'll get your daily updates on what's happening in terms of the authoritarian creep of this regime. We begin with the story about Eric Prince. Blackwater founder and Trump loyalist Eric Prince is in Kyiv seeking to buy into Ukrainian drone companies classified as strategic assets. This comes as Trump reportedly considers deploying private contractors in Ukraine and as drones increasingly shape the battlefield. Prince's push appears to be coordinated with Trump's broader Ukraine strategy, potentially creating a private army outside of official military channels. We've done this before. We seem to be wanting to do it again.
Apparently, and I mean, the fact that he thinks he's going to get access to technology, drone technology, I mean, that's like handing it to Moscow. Why would we need him when then we could just send the plans directly to Moscow? I mean, the whole thing is outrageous. I'm actually writing something about it on my Substack right now. I thought it would be done before I hopped on, but of course I have to reread and reread 50 times. So I will publish it like literally 20 minutes after we get off. But this is the price of not holding people accountable. This is exactly what happens. We never held Trump accountable, Giuliani accountable, Prince accountable for God knows how many egregious acts and war crimes. I mean, it's like really one of the most sick people. He's on the level of Prigozhin. Um, and this is the price that happens. These people roam around free, destroy everything, try to overturn countries, democracies, and this is what we're watching.
In the first Trump administration, Eric Prince was really close to the administration, certainly in the election campaign leading up to it. He never got an official role inside the administration, but he's always been circling around, trying to find ways to make money off the wars that the United States might be involved in. And here he is again, trying to seed his way into Ukraine. Of course, Ukrainians they're aware of this; they wouldn't be surprised or fooled by any of this. But their drone technology is really amongst the best in the world. They've really had to adapt under very strict conditions and tough conditions into creating an incredible industry that is the envy of the world. And in fact, the way that the drone technology goes will determine a lot about the future of the world because it's such an important defense vehicle right now.
Absolutely. And don't forget, Prince surfaced in March, also in El Salvador with the Gulag.
Right.
Where he was in talks of expanding that. So, I mean, look, again, you have the same operatives floating. My feeling, big suspicion is that Manafort is behind the scenes pulling the strings on this one, along with, someone from Russia who's hiding in Russia right now. So, this obviously is not because Prince wants to help Ukraine. This is not because he even wants to make money off of Ukraine. I think there's something much more devious about this, and I'm sure that it goes right back to the Kremlin.
Wouldn't surprise me. Our second story is Trump is transforming the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Service, the USCIS, from a benefits agency that processes visas and green cards into an armed police force. The agency is hiring hundreds of new armed agents who will target alleged fraud, make arrests, and pursue denaturalization cases, stripping citizenship from naturalized Americans. This militarizes the entire civilian administration, but it's really unheard of. What's going on here?
I don't know. Everything is turning into a military force. That's what's happening, a police state. I've dealt with USCIS many times.
Me too.
I never expected to encounter any of them with guns or any kind of weapons. But here we are. Trump is really going agency by agency, turning everything into like a military police state. And interestingly enough, you have also the State Department, the diplomatic service on the street, serving alongside, federal agents
Right.
and military running around there. So, I mean, the whole thing is so absolutely absurd and ridiculous and dangerous. And I really, really hope people wake up. Like,
So they've already got ICE. They've got the border patrols. They've got The State Department also looking at these passport issuances, and now you've got visas, and now you've got the USCIS. I mean, how many departments do they need to pursue these immigration policies that they're trying to institute, and especially in this militarized way? It's really overkill.
And this is not for legal immigrants, by the way,
Mm.
because the Department of Justice made it a priority, moved it up their list to denaturalize citizens and work on that. So that means silencing anyone like me, or any other, immigrant who's here legally, has a citizenship, to strip us of citizenship for speaking out against the regime. So, I mean, and then on top of it, add now what armed agents are going to be coming and telling you that, now you're stateless and no longer have a U.S. citizenship. Again, people really need to wake up. I hope, that more and more people wake up and start pushing back against this insanity.
Interestingly enough, it was the USCIS that was responsible for the base data lake that was used for Palantir to expand on. So there's a lot of data attached to USCIS as well, fingerprints, biometrics, a
Absolutely.
lot of stuff. So,
Everything.
so
Are
it's a
you
very
kidding?
significant
No.
agency.
You have to give everything over to
Yeah.
them when you apply for citizenship, like everything. They know
Mhm.
what school you went to in your former country, or every family member there, here, everything. I mean, they're a very comprehensive database on anyone applying for citizenship.
In New York, Trump officials are weighing a federal takeover of New York City's 9/11 Memorial and Museum, currently run by a nonprofit chaired by Michael Bloomberg. They claim Trump wants to make it a national monument, though experts note that the government cannot seize it unilaterally. Why are they trying to take over the 9/11 Museum?
I don't know, just so he could put his name and maybe a banner on the museum to worship himself. This is really another one of those sick things. I was here during 9/11. I remember it as if it happened yesterday. That's one of those moments, in life where you really remember minute by minute, like what you were doing,
Yeah,
where
absolutely.
you were, and the fact that, he wants to, you know, uh, take over such a somber place. I mean, this is a place of reflection. This is a place where people never even collected their loved ones. And the fact that he wants to frickin' shit all over it, basically, throw his name on it. And I'm not kidding. I mean, one day I might be driving past it. I always go by it, and see a banner of him like flung over, has ownership of it. I mean, this is another disgraceful thing. It definitely is a distraction from everything serious happening and all the systemic tactics they are doing to unwind democracy. But it is one of those things that really hits at you, especially for any New Yorker who was here and who remembered that day and the days after. I mean, it wasn't just a one-day event. We went through a lot, and the people who worked at those sites went through a lot. Some of them didn't make it because of diseases that they later, got. Others, I mean, the trauma that they went through. This is, something that many people, firefighters, are not trained for. So the fact he wants to, Trumpify it is disgusting. It's outrageous. It's disgusting, and that's my thoughts.
Speaking of outrageous and disgusting, Trump has threatened Chicago with mass deportations and military crackdowns, posting an Apocalypse Now meme and renaming the Pentagon the Department of War. His threats coincide with the city's Mexican Independence Day parade, where turnout fell amid fears of raids and troop deployments. The president is using explicit military imagery against this fine American city, and it's that Apocalypse Now image was really just awful, bad taste in every way.
I actually always compare to Russia, and here I can't compare to Russia because even Russia wouldn't do something like this. I mean, they'll do it behind the scenes; they just wouldn't flaunt it like this.
Mhm.
No, the image was outrageous. The fact that he's launched a war on Americans is outrageous because this is what it is. It's a war on Americans, and I mean, it's something against. We need to push back. Hopefully, the courts hold the line, and that's it.
And a launch against American states and American state sovereignty. I mean, these states have a lot of authority that is being taken away from them as this war against Americans takes hold. It's a good way of phrasing it, actually, the war against Americans, Olga.
It
It's
is a war
exactly what it
against
is.
Americans. I mean, the Department of War is a war against Americans. I mean, you have more military here than right now in Baghdad, in
It's true.
American cities, walking through tourist centers, schools. I mean,
As well, and the Justice Department has used a judge to ask the judge, to not unseal the names of two Epstein associates who received 100,000 and 250,000 from him in 2018. As new allegations surfaced, the prosecutors had said the payments looked like efforts to influence the potential co-conspirators shielded in his 2008 plea deal. The DOJ is actively protecting the identities of people who may have been a part of Epstein's network. Olga, I'm not sure if you can still see me. Oh, there you are.
I'm sorry, I just needed to answer, and I have to cut this short because my son is holding at the door, and I forgot to leave it
Okay, no
for
worries.
him.
We
But
can.
yeah, with this Epstein thing, again, they're clearly hiding something. And I mean, you've been doing an excellent, accounting on your series of all the criminalities and laundering of money and associations. And the fact that here you have the Department of Justice, participating in a cover up, and they don't even want to have these things unsealed. I mean, it's very problematic.
Absolutely. Well, let's leave it there. That's the Trump tyranny tracker for today because
Sorry,
you've got to
everyone.
go
I
off.
have to really open the door.
No problem. Thanks for being here, Olga. We'll be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. And thank you at home for watching. I'll be back in 47 minutes when we do the 5 stack with Dean Blundell. See you then. Bye bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye.